Let's assume that you have already gathered a team, and these are a team of experts ready to do the heavy lifting so that the project can be realized. However, there is something that we need to consider when helping these people move forward together. We don't want any of the tasks to be redundant. We don't want two people within the team to do the same task, because this would be a waste of time and their effort. And how do we make sure then that whatever the results of one person are can then be used by another person to further their work? So these are very important dynamics that we need to consider, and we need to be consistent when it comes to the flow of information and knowledge and outputs around the team. We need a framework to do all this, and a very good framework for us to utilize for teamwork is the Raci framework. The Raci framework stands for 4 key actions. The first one is responsible. Okay, you need to know who's responsible for a given task. You need to break down the given project into smaller tasks and really know which individual is responsible for this particular task. They would be the person to do this task. The second aspect of the Raci framework is accountable. Accountability refers to the person who would overlook the process that this first person would be conducting. So once the activity is conducted, we need a person to have the accountability to decide whether this is a go or no go. If it's a no-go, it's fine. We can consider this as a quick failure, failing forward and moving to the next possible answer or option for the solution of this given task. And if it's a go, then this person would certainly be accountable or take action to really validate this idea or this output. The third aspect of the Raci framework is consulted. So consulted refers to a group of individuals who are typically experts in the field, who can really have another layer of validation when it comes to the results. These people are not involved in the heavy lifting. They don't do any of the actual work, but they would be introduced to the outputs of this process or this activity, and they will say, yes, we validate this as well, this works, this is highly likely to be beneficial, etc. So this is the third layer of the Raci framework, and the last layer of the framework is informed. Informed, this refers to the audiences within the team or sometimes outside of the team that would be informed about the outputs of this activity. We need to recognize that there are individuals within the team or outside of the team who can utilize that knowledge or this output for their tasks or their activities. These people who are then informed, they can then become responsible for the furthering of the idea or taking the next steps in order to make the project a success. So in this way, by utilizing that Raci framework, that 4-layer framework, we can make sure that everybody is responsible for a given task, but then there is a person who can validate the task, take accountability, and then we have a team of experts that can provide yet another layer of validation. And finally, we communicate the results within the broader team or outside the team to make sure the whole project moves forward as quickly as possible. So this is a very nice approach to even prevent redundancy when it comes to the team's functioning. Redundancy is again the idea of many people doing the same thing. And this, of course, can slow down the delivery of the project and the realization of the project. I hope you recognize the power of this simple framework, which can make the participation in a team much more meaningful, even within teams of bigger sizes. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and let's catch up in the next one.